Hey guys, what's up? Well, you know what this means. Well, I know a lot of you like these Craigslist videos, and we've not done one for a while, so I think tonight is the night for another 20-minute segment of cheap, crappy Craigslist cars and trucks found locally on my Huntsville Craigslist. And same rules go that always apply, and that is that nothing over $1,000 because you know, it gets boring when you look at cars that are more expensive because there's usually nothing that bad wrong with them. So anyway, we're going to get into this and go through some of this stuff and see what we see. I'm doing this freehand, I'm just holding the camera, so the camera may move around a lot and it's a little bit pixelated, so you guys that watch these a lot know all that. So anyway, this is just going to be a video where I do some commentary on these cars that we see. If it catches my eye, I'll look at it. If I skip something, it's because I didn't want to bother with it. So you can hopefully keep that in mind before you say, why didn't you look at this? Why didn't you look at that? Alright, so not going to go through all of them, but here's something to point out. When you see one of these ads like this is a 2006 Accord, keyless entry in showroom condition, $1,000. I hope there's nobody on this planet that actually falls for this. This is a scam ad. I'm not even going to open it because you see when it's got that screwy bunch of characters in front of it. Well, there's a reason for that. Don't ever fall for those, ever. It's scam, junk, forget it. We got an Isuzu Rodeo or Rodeo. I know all about those. I had one. Here's a $500 minivan. What does a $500 minivan get you here? Let's see, want $500 for a red Chrysler Town and Country. Will run, heads need work or replace, serious inquiries only. Huh. Yeah, okay. Enough of that. But just take it to the junkyard. Here's a car you never see much of. This is a 1988 Honda Civic hatchback that used to be very, very popular. $950. Let's see what the story is on that one. Honda Civic 2-door hatchback, 5-speed, runs good, cold air, everything works, body interior fair shape, clean title in hand. That car would probably be something worth having. It seems like the engines get a little bit weak in them over time. That's a D series engine. Down here, you know, they keep from rusting out. Up north they rust real bad, but down here they stay pretty solid. So I don't know, it'd be all right if you wanted that. But there again, that's one of these cars that people can buy a much nicer car that gets the same gas mileage and all that, so not gonna look into that too much. 2004 Acura TL 3.2 fully loaded. Let's see if it has a bad transmission. Selling a beautiful Acura 2004 Acura down 101,000 miles. The 3.2 models are basically, that's where the ad ends. Basically what? Okay, I'm going to quit. Now, the fun part about this is that he originally posted this 26 days ago, and he updated it 5 hours ago, and he didn't fix that. Come on, guys, really? And I suspect that picture anyway. See how it's a nice, real nice car, and it's got a nice house in the background, nice clean driveway? That screams rip-off to me. But here's one, and I didn't go through all these either, I promise you. Sure as I'm sitting here, I did not preview these except for a couple that I'm going to show you at the end. Here's a 1993. Okay, I'll buy it. 1993 what? I see it's a truck. I say that's probably going to be a T100. It is T100 SR5 1993 6-cylinder with knocking sound. Okay, it's $900 with the H&H toolbox included. Right there. So, alright. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that's the version of these that have the good old, the 3.0 liter with knocking sound. Okay, well, if I offer you a little bit more, can I get it without the knocking sound? I don't know. That'd be a nice truck, but again, nobody wants to fix those because all the engines are getting kind of raggy. Here's a 04 BMW 325 sedan, runs at 214,000, needs steering column replaced or fixed, $1,000. Okay, let's check it out. Good running BMW sedan with leather interior and sunroof. Some of the power windows need work, but the car has good cold air and alloys wheels. The steering column was vandalized by crooks trying to steal, S-T-E-E-L, the car. Now there is no way to turn the key and start the vehicle. Well, I don't care about that. I don't need to hear it run. I believe you that it runs perfectly. Of course, in the ad now, you notice in the ad the car's running. I guess that was before, he took all the pictures before the crooks tried to steal it. I wouldn't want one of those cars. There's something more interesting. No more Explorers. I don't want to look at those. No. Chrysler PT Cruiser, $1,000. You know, these poor things are in every cheap apartment complex and in every mobile home, and it's not against anybody who lives in a mobile home, but people in this country just bought these things in droves because they're just so cute. And they're just so cute. It's like a little car, but it looks like an old-fashioned wagon. I'm going to tell you something. The thing's a piece of shit. Okay, and poor white trash man, I know you have one of these, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, 2002 Chrysler PT Cruiser. You guys think that I don't keep up with you, but I do. I know what goes on when you post videos, and I remember stuff, so I do watch your videos. It has 137,022 miles on it. It looks good inside and out. C-Pix. There's a scratch on the driver's side, a crack on the top of the dash. That's a shock. Everything works on it. Cold AC, warm heat, not hot. AM/FM starts right up, runs and drives. There's a miss in one of the cylinders due to low compression, per my mechanic. So it runs a little rough. But it will run down the road at normal speed, shifts out fine. So once you get it going 60 miles an hour, you can do 60. Tires, brakes are fair. All in all, I'd say this car is in fairly good condition. It should be good transportation. Take care of it. Price reduced to $1,000. Bud, keep on reducing it. Keep on reducing it. Nobody, there are so many of those things. Nobody wants to take the time or money to fix one, ever. $97 Caravan needs transmission. Yeah, same old story. There's a Reno. I had one of those. I wonder what happened to this one. Somebody asked me. They said, "How did I manage to not have a head gasket go bad on that one?" Well, I guess the first thing is I didn't drive it long enough, and the second thing is I think it already had a head gasket replaced on it. It looked like it had. I have a 2006 Suzuki Reno for sale, asking $1,000 firm. It has 199,000 miles on it. Boy, they got the miles out of it. Little damage on one side. Please call me. It's a stick shift. Yeah, they added that in at the end. It's not that bad. Looks like a wheel mark. That's what the parkway will do to you, or the interstate. Here's a Camry engine. No car, but the engine. That's the kind of truck Uncle Phil used to have. We were talking about that in another video. He used to have several of those. I'm not going to look at it because I've seen those multitudes of them. Here's a 98 Ford Expedition. It's already up on ramps, so you know something's screwed up with it. Here's a... No, I don't look at these dollar ads because that's misleading. Barn find, $400. Well, boys, the time has come when an Aries or a Reliant wagon is going to be considered a barn find. If you're wondering what day that would be, it's right now. 84 Plymouth Reliant wagon, literally a barn find. Has tires, battery, keys, and title. We weren't able to make it run, but didn't try very hard. Might be a cool car for someone interested in these cars. Now, I laughed a little bit about that, but I'd had to have one of these. I really would. You know, I do that. Don't mind that. That's just a text message. It's Craigslist telling me to get off their website. Here's an Aerostar, 4-wheel drive Aerostar. That's a little intriguing. This van has been very well taken very good care of, excuse me. Service vision going back to 1995 in a Ziploc bag in the glove compartment. I purchased the van in Seattle to move my stuff in Alabama. And let me just say, that looks like a rust hole right there. And it rode the whole way without a single issue. It's been my daily driver for about a year now, and I regularly change the oil myself. Almost all miles are highway miles driving Birmingham. It's huge. When you take out the seats, you can easily fit whole sheets of plywood or sheetrock inside. Tow package included. Okay, here we go. Here's something interesting. When I was driving a van a couple weeks ago, and when I got out on 565, which is the interstate spur here down in Huntsville, it started giving me trouble when trying to engage the higher gears. Oh no. I was in a hurry to get to Birmingham, so I left it in Huntsville, because you can't get to Birmingham in a hurry in second gear. My mechanic thinks it's the speed sensor in the transmission, which is a fairly cheap fix, but honestly, this vehicle is serving its purpose for me. I'm ready to move on to something new. At least you're honest. And be open to trades. He said it's four-wheel drive. Or did they make four-wheel drive versions of that van? All-wheel. It's all-wheel drive, I'd say. That's, that would be a good utility vehicle, but that's got that same old, what it was at, a LDE 4 LDE something, that little French 4-speed transmission that the Mustangs had, I think, and not much good. Here's a 2002 Camry from 2002 automatic, $1,000. Here's a power steering 2002 Toyota Camry LE right beside it. I don't think they're the same cars. I mean, I know the building looks the same, the tree looks the same, the car looks the same, it's the same year, but I really don't think it's the same car. I think it's a different car. This vehicle just underwent an $800 major service by a Toyota master technician with factory parts. Well, no, wait a minute. Okay, you just spent $800 getting this thing fixed up, and you're only asking $1,000. All right, let's read more. R&R spark plugs, Ford Denso, that's a good brand. R&R starter motor, Denso. The car looks, feels, smells brand new. It's perfect interior that's not been smoked in. Flush and refill engine coolant and replace radiator cap, OEM red coolant. Safety inspection, Toyota Performance oil and filter. Transmission service, Toyota ATF. The vehicle is registered to smog and has a clean title. 2002 Camry LE sedan. Now that's a very good scam ad, but that's what it is, because that tree doesn't look like anything around Huntsville or Tennessee. That is a scam. You contact them and they're going to say, okay, well, my representative will meet you. My agent will meet you. 2000 Jetta. I'm going to do this one for my buddy up there in Vermont. Let's just see what, $600. We don't get free ones down here. 2000 Volkswagen Jetta, automatic, exclamation point, sunroof, exclamation point. This car has been a good little dependable car. As far as the motor, is running fine when I parked it. However, there's a popping in the rear when the steering is turned. I started traveling with my husband for his job, so we didn't bother getting it fixed, exclamation point. It may be easy fix, but I'm not really sure what's going on with it, exclamation point, question mark. The interior is brown leather, exclamation point. The interior is starting to come loose where it has been sitting in the heat, and the passenger front door panel is off, exclamation point. That's because VW used very cheap interior parts to screw Americans with. It needs a good cleaning, exclamation point. It's not perfect by any means, but would be a good little gas saver with some TLC or a good parts car, comma, if that's what you're needing, exclamation point. I had intentions of getting it fixed for an extra vehicle, but we have too many already, exclamation point. If interested, text. Here we go. Exclamation point, clean title in hand, exclamation point, thanks, exclamation point. I would so want to respond to that ad and do the exact same thing. Write something, exclamation point, exclamation point. So we don't really have many pictures here, except that this looks like it's a VR6. That's better than the turbo. But it's an automatic, and those automatics are awful. Those automatics are so bad in those cars, they brake sitting still. You don't even have to drive them, they brake. It's just a terrible. I mean, there's maybe a nice one. It's like several of those era European cars where they were engineered well, but the execution was terrible, because people from other countries, they respond to my videos where I've kind of denigrated a car like this, or like a Volvo, and they tell me first thing, they say, well, we don't have any of those problems like that. Well, that may be because that they when they designed the American version of that same car, they took out all the good parts of it, the good quality out of it, and replaced it with BS for this country, which they've been known to do because they consider us morons and all that. So, you know, we got what was left. We got cheap interior, cheap door panel, cheap glue, cheap transmissions. And it helps also that they're in Alabama, but they got the good fake European tag on the front of it. Okay, guys, I'm going to end this. I know it's already been 15 minutes. Boy, time just flew, didn't it? But we'll do this again soon. I want to show you a couple here. I was looking around at trucks recently, and I looked at this one on the internet. I didn't go look at it. This is a 78 F-150 Super Crew, $2,100. And this serves well to tell you what is worth investing in and what is not. And a Ford truck of that era is not. 351 modified 2-barrel with about 150 horsepower, and he can't sell that thing. It's 89,000 regional miles, AC and a heat work, and he can't sell it for that. So that tells me you don't ever invest in one of those. We'll talk more about that later. But this is a good one, guys. I saved the best to last. I ran across this a while back. I saved this ad, and it's almost fixing to expire. Ford Crown Vic Police Interceptor P71. He got every word in there, didn't he? Read the entire ad. $850. Short story is, it's blown up. It was a fire chief's car, not been used and abused, etc., etc. All over the state. Ran good till the thermostat stuck, and then he blew the head gasket. 185,000 miles. Replaced the motor. It's just the same one of these you see everywhere. That's why I never bought one of these, because you see these cars everywhere. They're interesting for about 3 days till you see 10 or 15 more of them, and then it's like, yeah. Okay, but that's not why I saved this ad. Trust me. Look at this. It gets good here. That's the picture I clicked on just so you didn't get traumatized right off the bat. All right, here's the guy's picture, the first one he posted. This is what you see when the ad comes up. I don't know what kind of uniform this is this guy's wearing, but it looks like a park ranger's uniform with shorts on, and he's got a badge right there, and he has a very Hitler-esque mustache. That's kind of disconcerting. All right, so he's got some different pictures, and here he is again with his foot propped up on the push bar. I guess that's supposed to be masculine. There's one of the he's got it pulled back to the fire district's headquarters, looks like. That's supposed to make you think of the past. Then he shows some peeling paint, some rust stains, and then action shot there in front of the firehouse. He's got one with an auto eject port. He's holding it up. I don't know what that is. You guys can tell me. Same old interior, nothing special. He's got some kind of unit there, and then he's got his phone plugged in. Got the CB, and got a rear shot, excuse me. So anyway, we got a couple really kind of crazy pictures here. We don't know who this guy is. Maybe he's the seller. We don't know. But he felt like that it would help his ad to show him in there wearing some kind of uniform, which is not a police uniform, and it's not a fire chief's outfit. It's not a fire outfit. It's none of that. So that's creepy enough. But this is the best one. This is the best one of all of them. Check it out. There's the car parked in front of somebody's house or business or something like that, with some guy in a band uniform playing an instrument. Okay, guys, I'm telling you, I could not find something like this again if I tried. I promise you I could not. My luck would never hold. I mean, there's a lot going on in this picture. We've got the guy practicing his I guess that's a trumpet. I don't think that's a cornet. I was in the band. I think that's a trumpet. And then we got the car back here. So you can't pay attention to the car because of this going on. And then he's got the stuffed Alabama elephant, and then an A on the car. He's another Alabama football fanatic, and there are plenty of those down in this state. It will creep you out if you're not from Alabama. So he's got all that going. Okay, guys, I got to end it on that one. Wow. Just wow. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll do it again soon. See ya. Thanks for watching. And remember, No t-shirts. Bye.